Look at them. Fighting like ants. Oblivious to the fate awaiting them. In time, they would annihilate each other. But time is not on our side. This battle endangers the tower, so I want you to lay waste to both armies, GDI and the visitors. More Nod forces are en route for the final stand, but you won't need them, Commander. Simply use GDI and the visitors' own weapons against them. Destroy everything that moves.
This is Italy? It doesn't even look like Earth anymore.
Be aware, the wings of Nod.
Incoming transmission. GDI pushed deep into the red zone, attempting to defeat the alien invaders. They must be stopped. GDI has two encampments, a main base to the southwest and an air base to the north. Both are threats. Capture both command posts and deny GDI their own bases. Eliminate or capture GDI's production facilities, and GDI will not have an army to fight with. There are two alien command centers. Claim each with a saboteur and twist the battle in our favor. Eliminate or capture all alien production facilities and claim their forces for the Brotherhood.
Welcome back, Commander. Apologies for the skips. It's
Shadows in waiting.
a lot of loading and saving that I had to go through.
There's too much action. We must
The
find-
unedited version of this episode would probably be about an hour and 15 minutes long, so you can probably imagine just how much is cut down thanks to repeated attempts and figuring out what the best strategy is. Speaking of, I'm going to try and keep this as brief as possible. So the main notes are that the two main bases are actually in the bottom left and the top right. If you capture buildings, the AI won't replace them. And this is true if they're destroyed or sold, etc. So the main thing to do is simply just build engineers. Have them hang out right near the bases. You won't be attacked for whatever reason. And then use the planning mode. The planning mode is really something that's necessary because it'll allow you to set everybody's movements right away, which is something that's pretty much necessary. Once you start capturing buildings, that faction in particular will not necessarily aggro you, but won't like you.
Okay.
And in certain cases will just start attacking.
Proceeding with caution.
I can help you. What do you require? Need help.
Those backstabbing SOBs are trying to use our own weapons against us. Stop them!
It's also unfortunate because a lot of the audio cues aren't for you either. They might just be for the screen units. So, yeah.
The Air Base Command Center! Evasive action!
What do you require?
You also sometimes aggro certain units, but it's never quite clear like why or what you might have done. There's another thing that's really important too, is that once you start attacking a faction, that faction becomes, well, angry towards you and will fight back. So if you just capture buildings, you're fine.
Go ahead. I can help.
There is one caveat, as you might expect, which is that if you happen to capture a building, that building blows up, and then you get units, those units will auto-attack, and then that will cause that side to now be against you. It's a rather frustrating experience. Honestly, the best way I found to deal with this, or play it really at all, is to avoid capturing the top right alien base. That base, in its entirety, has far too many units, far too many defenses, and it's just not as common for the scrin to not simply start attacking it. You tend to just lose the building, and even though you've captured it, those buildings cannot be destroyed or sold at all. If anything happens to them, game over. You have to go through the entire cutscene over again. You have to go through the entire, like, super briefing. It's... The fact that this game does not have, like, an immediate restart is a really, really low point compared to other games at the time, since, and before it.
Yes, I'm here.
Now again, since the AI won't actually replace any of their buildings or any of their units, once you start getting any sort of base built up, you don't really have to worry about anything. Get a few defenses, block off whatever attacks might be happening, and as long as the AI's remaining units don't kill each other in terms of like the critical mission bases or buildings, you're good. Another thing to keep in mind is that there's actually 2 secret objectives. You'll only get them technically shown once you start capturing bases, and especially if you capture certain buildings. One of them being you have to get the, I believe it's the tech center and a war factory. It might just be a war factory. Regardless, you have to build a mammoth tank. The objectives also say to build a tripod, but that's not actually true. You don't have to build a tripod. You could simply, you can simply build a mammoth tank and you're fine. The other one is having to build a gravity stabilizer, which is the thing that creates air units. That one won't show until you actually build it, which is one of the reasons I had to restart, unfortunately. But yeah, easy peasy, use planning mode, make sure that your units, that anybody that goes into a building doesn't subsequently generate units. If you think they are, sell the building, immediately grab them and move them away, and you're good. There's this mission apparently was said to be really tough or really demanding, and once you understand that all you need is engineers, it's like the easiest thing ever.
What are these aliens? What more fools blind to the prophecy of Kane?